What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 5 NHL 25 Anaheim Ducks Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for the last episode. If you all leave a thumbs up on this one, I would really appreciate it. As you guys can see here, the Edmonton Oilers actually won the Stanley Cup last year. We have not won a Stanley Cup yet, but we have made 2 conference finals, so I'm feeling pretty good. Also, I should ask Edmonton fans, what's going on? 0-3 to start the year. I feel like they're like the most popular Cup favorite. Interesting to see, nevertheless. I think the Flames as well, 3-0. But talking about the Mighty Ducks now, guys. Like I said, our team's made 2 conference finals. Last year, I thought they would be back in the playoff picture. Unfortunately, just missed. Hopefully this year we got some, young guns added to the team. They'll turn it around. We got Zegras, Carlson, Gauthier still as our first line, getting a +2. With Terry, McTavish, Fiala in the second, getting that +4. Third line, that's the young gun line I'm talking about. Belchet's there in his sophomore season, playing with McQueen and Seneca, who are both rookies. You got the Gruel, Henrique, and Cooley on the 4th line. Defensively here, Mintyukov with Pesce, who just brought in, they get a +5. Zellweger, Sanheim on the second. Lindgren, Brodin on the bottom pair. Should mention too, Mintyukov kind of dropped off last year, but I'm hoping Pesce, being more of a defensive guy, will allow Mintyukov to just kind of be all offense. Power play wise, I feel like this first unit is nasty. We've had them for a while now. Power play 2 even looks pretty good. No chemistry boost, but solid players. Forming power play, I think, that and the second unit are fine. PK wise, got Gauthier. We got Belchet's out there, 6'5", 90 stick check. Not the greatest defensive awareness, but 5-star physical. We'll see how he does. PK2 there, Henrique and Gruel are both solid. And then PK3 here, I'm giving a chance to the rookies, McQueen, Seneca. They're big boys. Hopefully they can play the PK, give them a bit of extra ice time, and who knows, maybe one of those guys can actually take home the... Also, you guys, in terms of the goaltending, Spencer Knight there, still our starter. Now, 87 overall, but he's got 5 X Factors, which is awesome to see. And then Zarenko backing him up. Our starting goal in the AHL, Suhanik, thanks to Mitchell Richardson for telling me how to pronounce his name. Zykov there backing him up. It's actually got high star potential. Already 75 at 21. He actually could end up being a beast for us. AHL forward group, I mean, nothing crazy. Again, AHL team's been pretty crap. We're hoping they make the playoffs the second time this year. Defensively, we're actually looking pretty good. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys like Leno, Lacombe there, Hines, Warren, I feel like in real life they're probably going to be better than, high 70s like they are now. But obviously, I'm sure maybe one of them won't turn out. I don't think all 4 of them won't, which is what happened to us in this series. But before we do get started here, guys, I'll quickly show you the ratings. I think we still have to have some meetings with some guys, see if we can have, big goals for the ratings to boost, for the ratings to go up. Also, too, might have to do some contract extensions. But as you guys can see there, we got 88 offense, 91 defense, 86 goaltending. Let's see how this year goes. Also, if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, Instagram yet, go and do that right now. I'm currently giving away some copies of NHL 25. So if you haven't gotten your hands on the game yet, this giveaway is for you. Now, in terms of the contract situation, guys, we still have $8.8 million in cap space, which we can use at the deadline if we are competing. Kevin Fiala, I'd like to keep if it's not too expensive. 9.3 for 4 years at 32. Pays him until he's 36. I don't know about that one. I mean, I see the organizational interest is okay. It's above half, pretty far away from the max. That's 9.1% of our salary cap. We've got all those young players coming up. We might have to say goodbye to Fiala. I feel like that's just too expensive for me. Roger McQueen, this would make a lot of sense to actually get him extended before he has a good season. $900K for 2 years. I mean, 3 years drops it quite a bit. But what if we also increase the price to $1.4 million? Contract interest is max. I feel like good chance he'll say yes, because even though the organization isn't at the max, he can't really sign with other teams. He's an RFA. Seneca here, let's see. Hopefully he can do a similar thing. 925, again, the 3rd year. It makes a lot of sense just to pay the extra $500K now, and then in that final year, you don't have to worry about, giving them a much bigger payday. Will he also take 1.4? Looks like he needs a little bit more, 1.45 at the max. And actually, I just noticed his organization interest is super high, so maybe we'll offer him the exact same. I think that's pretty fair. And there, yeah, he actually accepted immediately. And our 4th line here, guys, all the new deals. I'll probably just wait and see like if it makes sense to re-sign them or not. Goalies, though, are both good. So, yeah, I feel like McQueen says yes, we should be fine. And I saw somebody asking about our head coach scheme fit. As you guys can see, A- overall. Staff chemistry still 73%. In terms of the scheme fit, he's a balanced head coach there. 63% team fit, which is okay. You can see the rest of the strategies. So I think I told you guys last episode, if our team didn't make the playoffs this year, I was going to fire him. Other people were saying I should have already fired him after last season, but I guess I'm a little bit nicer than you guys. Gave him a longer leash. Again, though, definitely, this season is do or die for the coach. So I'm just going to sim a few days here, see what Roger McQueen says. And there we go. He did say yes. So having those 2 locked up is awesome. Look at this, guys. Grant's on waivers. He's actually a pretty good defenseman at this point. He's 26. Oh, wow. Did not grow. 77 overall. Okay, that's why he's on waivers. All right, guys, we're now in December here with a record of 14, 16, and 4. I'm not sure what's going on with this team. We're 7th place in the division. Luckily, we're only, 7 points back there, the wild card spot the Canucks have. We have a game in hand. Also 7 points back of the Blackhawks there with 2 games in hand. So we're not fully out of it yet, but definitely a little bit concerned. The Gulls there, also negative record, but they're much closer to a playoff spot. Only 1 point back. They're the Eagles for 4th place in their division, which of course in the AHL does mean a playoff spot. So I'm curious to see what's going on with our team. Spencer Knight's got 908. Like, that's not that bad. We're 21st in goals for, 18th goals against. Obviously, that's not ideal. Trevor Zegras currently leading the team in points with 40. That's actually solid. Mintyukov's got 27. I don't really know what's going on. I'll give them till the deadline, but if they don't turn around by then, I might have to sell. And check this out, guys. Toronto Maple Leafs just offered us John Tavares. They want Jordan Gavin back and Petra. I don't think I'm going to take this. I saw Tavares' potential is down to medium top 9. He is making $7.5 million, but 86, honestly, is higher than I expected from being 36 years old. 21 goals, 28 assists. I mean, he's averaging over a point per game still. Wow, he's actually got really nice puck skills there. Really just his skating's gone down, I would say. Everything else looks to be decent still. I'm not going to go up Gavin Petra. You can actually see there, though, our record has improved, 24, 18, and 4. So last I saw, we're actually in a playoff spot. We're still about a month away from the deadline. Hopefully, we can keep this up. And so we're now at the deadline here, guys, the record of 35, 23, and 5. So the team definitely turned it around there after I told them, like, we're going to sell some guys if they don't. We're actually tied with the Oilers now for first place in the division. So what a comeback. AHL team as well, 30, 25, and 5. So off to a slow start, but they are in a playoff spot now. Love that for both teams. There's about a month and a half left. They got to keep playing that way. Suhanik there, 915 save percentage. He's looking good. Owen Beck's our leading scorer. NHL Knight's got a 911. We're actually 7th in goals for now and 4th in goals against. So yeah, team really turned it around here. Leading scorer is still Zegras, 67. Mintyukov's already got 52. Love that for him. At the trade deadline, guys, I'd probably say we're a buyer. We're fighting for first place in the division, so pretty crazy the turnaround this team has had. Marco Rossi, top player available, 89 overall, 1 year left, 11 mil. You got Timo Meier there, 3 years left still. Owen Tippett, Trocheck, McMichael, Reichel, Borkstrand there, Suter up to, what is that, 85. Kurashev, Dickinson, all right. So, I mean, none of these guys I'm crazy about. I feel like we already have a good top 6. Got the young gun third line. I'm not really sure where we can add, but I'll take a look. All right, guys, next turn, trying to make one trade with the New York Rangers to get Vincent Trocheck. Reason being, I think he'd really help us out on the PK. Songen offered us here with a 3rd round pick. Gonna say no to that. And like I was saying, Trocheck here, 87 overall, putting up a good amount of points. What is that, like 36 and 60? But I like the 5-star defense there. Like I said, help on the PK. He's got quick draw X Factor. I actually just saw Panarin's on the block. I'm just kind of curious what his rating is at this point. He's not even anywhere near the top. Wow, he's down to an 82. What's his age? 37. Dropped off quite a bit. Tavares, you know, now higher rated than him. It's kind of nuts. So for Trocheck here, guys, offering up a 2nd, 2031, and a low lead defenseman. Nothing crazy. He's like 20 now. Still only a 67. So we'll see what the Rangers say. Trade rejected. They said quite far off. It must be because they're not really interested in either of those things, as the value is actually, I think, perfectly equal. Do we give up a 4th round pick? We'll have like no picks in this year's draft, but I guess we're going for it. And there we go. They say yes. And now Florida here, guys, offering us Lester Reininen. I'm honestly interested in him because, like I said, our 4th line, all on expiring deals. Good chance Henrique will retire. Let's take a look. 2 years left at 1.7 million. Good contract. 83 overall, 85 D awareness, 4-star physical. Yeah, like kind of what you'd want in a 4th liner. Decent faceoffs, can play him at center or on the wing. Decent skating. Now they do want Couturier back, who's a pretty good prospect. 21 years old, 73 overall, medium top 6. I think, yeah, his shot there is looking better and better. They also want a 5th and 2 6th. I mean, we don't need the 3rd. Take off Couturier. I mean, I would do this for Lester Reininen. They say no. Brain here's actually pretty sick. 1876, low elite. I think he's the guy, yeah, who drafted late 1st round last year. So, don't want to move on from him. Ordemeyer, I would do him. And then I guess I'll have to add another pick. So, I don't know. 3rd rounder, 2031. Pretty good package, I'd say, for Lester Reininen. And they do say yes. All right, so there we go. Hopefully helps out the 4th line now and in the future. Alright guys, the trade deadline is now complete. I like the 2 moves he made. Again, nothing crazy, but should help our team for a deep playoff run. Ryan Strome there, former player of ours, going to the Sharks. You got Berggren going to the Sabres with Logan Stanley. Jacob Middleton there to the Oilers. 1st round pick back to the Wild. Let's see, our trade for Trocheck. You got Protest there going to the Utah Hockey Club. Owen Tippett going to Montreal Canadiens. Pretty big move. Provorov to the Sharks. They're kind of loading up. Bobby Brink to the Boston Bruins. McMichael to the Sens. Jacob Pelletier there to the Canadiens. Lucas Reichel to the Avalanche. Let's see. Mason Appleton to the Avs as well. Jake Bean goes to the Lightning. Cam York, okay, to the Carolina Hurricanes. So nothing too crazy, but pretty active. Hayden Fleury here on waivers. Could take a look. He's a 79. All right, yeah, I don't think it'll help us out much. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. Top 6 is still the same. I think the second line's actually getting a +5 now. I believe it was +4 before. Maybe Fiala there got an extra X factor, not too sure. Third line though is now Belchet, Trocheck, and Seneca. Trocheck's 87, way too good for the fourth line. We actually move a Queen down there, Lusterine in there on the left wing, Henrique on the right. Decide to keep Henrique, scratch the other two simply due to +/. Cooley there, -7. Gruel was a -9. I think Henrique's only like a -2, so doing the best that way. He's also got the most points, even though he's playing fourth line. He still has 20 points. Like, that's honestly really solid, especially at 39 years old. And then, like I said, I brought those two guys in for the PK. Trocheck's on the first unit with Gauthier. That's awesome. Second unit there is now Henrique and Lusterinen, and we still got the rookies there on the third. So hopefully those additions make our team even better. Let's see what happens. And look at this, guys. We're at the end of the season here with a record of 42, 31, and 9. We did get a playoff spot, 93 points. We actually tied with the Sharks and the Canucks, and we got the Canucks here in the first round. So should be a good battle. AHL team, 37, 27, and 6. They are in a playoff spot, but they don't have that X yet, so hopefully they can hold on here in the last couple of games. Now looking at the rest of the league, you got the Jets with 106. Look to currently be the President's Trophy winner. Actually, it was the Hurricanes, 108. Leo Carlson leading scorer there, 81 points. Mintyukov though at 64 as a D-man. Seneca, 30 points as a rookie. Probably not going to be good enough for the Calder, but still a solid year for sure. McKinnon, 113. You got Matthews there, 69 goals. Nice. McCarr, 93 assists. That's just jokes. Hellebuck there, leading goalie in wins. And after Leo Carlson, guys, you got Trevor Zegras there with 80 points, so just one shy of him. Kevin Fiala there at 75-point season. That's awesome. I think I actually asked him to get 40 assists as well, so hopefully his passing rating will go up. Currently at 95, so it's going to be very good. McTavish, 73. Good to see that from the captain. Mintyukov, 64. Again, that's solid for him. Gauthier, 54. I saw someone else say, like, for first line, first power play, 89 overall, you probably do want more than that. Like, Carlson, Zegras in the first line at 80, so maybe we'll give someone else a chance there next season, or actually could make the switch right now for the playoffs. Terry, 54, Trocheck, 53. Let's take a look here with us. 7 points, 18 games, third line, not terrible. I mean, again, that's, what, 8 guys, 50-plus points. Zellweger actually really close with 48, so overall, pretty happy. Belchet, 37, Seneca, 30. I mean, you know, you'd hope maybe for a little bit more from the rookies. McQueen, only 17, but at least, you know, if the line was, you know, playing well, good ±, cannot be too upset. Knight there, 37 wins. I had his goal at 40, so 3 shy. 6 shutouts is nice. 909 save percentage is also pretty good, AHL-wise. Suhanik here, also at 6 shutouts with a 912. Zykov, 913, so AHL goalies are looking solid. You got 3 guys there at 50-plus points. And like I was saying, guys, McKinnon on the art roster with 113. Look at this. I've never in my life, Daniel Sprong, 104 points. I've never seen him get that good. 87 overall, so he's about to jump to like a 90. He had 91 the year before, 70, 57. I guess Carolina started getting him more ice time, and the dude just popped off. I do know, you know, he's the fourth line GOAT, has very good, you know, Corsi points per 60 numbers, but 104 points, I don't know if he'll ever get that. Wild. And in terms of defensive scoring, I mentioned McCarr at the top, and I was wondering, and yeah, Mintyukov did make the top page there, just barely, with the 64 points. Now, in terms of goalies, we know Hellebuck had the most wins. Save percentage for a starter is actually Dustin Wolf with a 915. He's up to an 87 now. And the lowest goals against here for a starter is Jake Ottinger. I'm honestly not too sure then who's going to get the Vezina Trophy. Rookie skaters, Joe Akinla, 59 points. Doesn't even look like Seneca going to get a Calder vote. And like I was saying, guys, the Hurricanes there won the President's Trophy. We finished in the entire league 13th place, not too bad. Looks like Philly squeaks in the 20 spot. And then last in the NHL, you got the Minnesota Wild there, 68 points. All right. And in terms of goals for, not the top or bottom of the page, somewhere in the middle. And goals against, Dallas Stars there actually had the best. And then we had the 6th best. So I think bringing in Brett Pesce there, more of a defensive defenseman, definitely helped us out. As like I was saying, guys, in the first round here, got the Vancouver Canucks. JT Miller, PD Besser, still that first line. DeBrusque is on the team still. Ratu here's up to an 87. Hogan 85. Bomb 6 even, like Max Domi leading the way, is not that bad. Defensively here, of course, no longer have Quinn Hughes. So Hronik's the number 1. Oh my goodness. After the top pair, they're all in the 70s. Those are literally like our AHL D-man. That's crazy. Goaltending, they still have Demko and Shelovs, but I mean, that D-core, wow, missing Quinn Hughes, and then literally no one to even replace any of his minutes. We'll see what happens here. I mean, I don't know. That defense is shaky in Vancouver game 1. Taking a bit here. Maybe that's because we're getting a win, or maybe it's because we got 2 games. 5-4 loss, and then 2-1 OT win. We followed up. Okay. Game 3, Game 4, headed home now to Anaheim. We get a 3-2 win. Game 4 is a 2-1 loss. All right, so close series, 2-2. Game 5 back in Vancouver, 6-3 win. Chance to win the series in Game 6, and we do. 3-2 OT win. Let's go. All right, so I was a little worried after that first game, but we're moving on here. We got the Edmonton Oilers in the second round. And now right here, guys, what the Edmonton Oilers are currently looking like. Draisaitl, McDavid still beast. Harvey Pinard now on the team, playing top line with them. Arvidsson's still there, playing with an 82 Nuge, 82 Hyman. Bottom 6 isn't too bad. Savoy never really grew. Still only 81 overall, in which case, honestly, Buffalo wins that McLeod trade. Nurse in the top pair with Bouchard. Zubin Middleton's a good shutdown deep pair on the second line with Smith and Yoki Harju on the bottom. Goaltending, Skinner's still there, so looking like he's going to be a career Edmonton Oiler, which is pretty cool for him. So we'll get started here, guys, with round 2. Obviously, going against McDavid, Draisaitl. Always going to be a tough matchup, and especially they got the home ice advantage. So first 2 games here are going to be in Edmonton. Looks like our AHL team did make the playoffs. I see the little AHL logos. Wow, that is heartbreaking. 2 losses, both in OT. Wow. Alrighty, so head home to Anaheim. Hopefully, we know we're just as good as them. We're getting unlucky. There we go. Win game 3, 4-2. We win game 4, 6-4. So we're leaving home with momentum now for game 5 back in Edmonton. And it's a 2-0 loss. So do or die here in game 6. And it's a 2-1 loss. Wow. All right. So, 3 of the 4 games we lost by 1. The other one was a 2-0 loss. Tough break there to go out against the Oilers. But at least the team, I think, played well. Good enough, probably. Coach does not need to be fired. AHL team here, they won the first game and lost 3 straight to Coachella, unfortunately. And the playoffs are now complete, guys. The Dallas Stars actually went on to win the Stanley Cup. Springfield Thunderbirds called their Cup champions. So next year, of course, take a look at the playoff tree. St. Louis there picking first. Columbus jumps from 9-2. Okay, so again, you got a couple teams moving up. And now speaking of the playoff tree, guys, Dallas there with the Preds in 6, Jets in 5, Oilers in 7, and then the Tampa Bay Lightning in 7. So that right there is a rematch of, what was that, 2020 or 2021? I forget which of the 2 Stanley Cups Tampa won was against Dallas. Trocheck, are you kidding me? Pick up the deadline, our leading scorer in the playoffs. Terry also had 10, so maybe Trocheck we try to keep around. He's actually dropped from 85. For the right price, Belichick was actually a really good performer, 9. Mentikov had 9 as well. Who I'm not seeing here is the guy I mentioned not performing well enough in the first line, Cutter Gauthier. Honestly, might be time to trade him. 3 points, 12 games, and again, 50 points playing on the top line. You'd like better. Spencer Knight did his part, 914, 2.8. 88 overall. Yeah, actually went up in rating, so good to see. And like I was saying, guys, Stars there won the Stanley Cup. Individual awards, McKinnon got the Art Ross. Sprong got the Hart. Oh my goodness. Good for him. James Norris there goes McCarr, 2nd straight year. 3rd time in 5. Sprong also caught Lady Bing, wasn't even taking penalties. Joey Ginley got the call there as we expect. Hintz there, Conn Smythe. Andre got the Vezina along with Liam Jennings. Hronik, Bill Masterton. Canucks coach Jack Adams. Year after losing Quinn, they still make the playoffs. Respect that choice. Crosby with his 5th straight Selke. Yeah, EA made his defensive stats way too good because I love Crosby, but yeah, 5 straight Selkes. He's not doing that. Ted Lindsay Matthews also got the Maurice Richard there. So pretty cool. And looking at the HL guys, I didn't even realize this. Springfield actually won back-to-back Calder's, so pretty impressive by them. Jankowski there, most points. Catterford MVP. Emerton, most goals. Cronwall there, love the name. Best rookie. Clegg was the best defenseman. Matt Murray, best goalie. Braden Shen's playing down in the A, and he actually got MVP of the playoffs. Jankowski also had sportsmanship. Robert's community involvement, and then Joel Hofer there. Still in the AHL, which is very surprising. Lowest goals against. And next year, guys, we'll take a look at retired players. Malkin finally called it a career, obviously. Had a short stint with us. Claude Giroux, Jimmy Benn, Tyler Seguin retires with, and that's actually pretty cool, although Ben's on the Jets now. Eric Carlson, Victor Hedman, okay. Tarasenko, Drew Doughty, Zuccarello, JVR, Jonathan Marchessault, Mikael Backlund, George Stahl, Braden Shen. Wow, names go on and on. So a big-time retirement class here for sure. Cam Fowler there. He actually went to our rival. Are you kidding me? After we didn't pay him, he goes to the LA Kings. Dang, that one hurts after, 1,300 games played with the Anaheim Ducks. But like I said, guys, tons of names this year. Looking at the goaltenders, you got Bobrovsky, Allen, Kemper, Murray. And we're at the draft now, guys. Curious to see. So top 5, again, just, standard medium elites. Again, this is medium. Take a look at the gems. We got quite a bit, unfortunately. Helmerson could be elite. We'll try to take a chance on him in the second round if we can trade up. And now looking at the guaranteed potential here, no guaranteed medium elite. Aside from, I guess, McPherson, going at 16, we could try and get him as well. Obviously, going to be tough. Now McGrath here, guaranteed low elite, going 7th. That's awesome. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to go for this, guys, but right now I'm offering the Buffalo Sabres Cutter Gauthier for Jack Quinn. Jack Quinn's making a lot more, like $2.2 million, but again, Gauthier, 22 minutes a night, only putting up mid-50s, did nothing in the playoffs with 3 points. 3 years left on that deal. Quinn's got 5 years left at $9 million, but he's a sniper, 1 overall higher, 40 goals, 38 assists. I think playing with Carlson and Zegers, who are both very good playmakers, could put up even more points. We'll see what Buffalo says. They like Gauthier. Maybe they want to save a little bit of cap here. Trades rejected. Okay, maybe we could throw in a little sweetener here, because obviously, I can't overpay. Like, it is 1 overall change, and we're taking more salary, but I could give them something. Jordan Gavin, we drafted first round 2025. I don't know if he'll ever make our team, be in that top 9. Him and Gauthier for Quinn. Buffalo says yes. All right, so hopefully that trade works out. Also, too, I saw Fiala there. Definitely a guy we can move for some signing rights. So right here, guys, I'm offering the signing rights to Fiala with the 20th overall pick for the Blackhawks 14. They say no. Actually, guys, instead of Chicago, I'm going to try trading Fiala and Ekman here to the Ottawa Senators just to make sure in case they do sign him. Fiala's out of our conference. Value's way on our side. That's 5 spots. Senators still say no. They don't think Ekman's kind of worth, moving that needle. Wow, we have, like, no mid-round picks, which is kind of what this would cost. Do we go, like, 2032 third rounder? They say quite close. Also throw a 7th round pick in that year. And there we go. Okay, so the 15th pick. Hopefully that medium elite guy is still there. And I think he is, because I doubt he would have gotten picked this early. Flames get one at 7, because Vegas, Washington both messed up. So even if this guy is like a 50, again, a medium elite player, you are happy. So let's take a look here. And McPherson, 65, medium elite, right wing playmaker. That's a solid pick, number 15 in the first round. And now next year, guys, trying to trade the Detroit Red Wings, offering up a 6th round pick this year, a 2nd, I think that's in 2 years, and a 3rd in 3 years for their 2nd and 3rd, both on the block. I'm hoping they say yes, and they reject it. Okay, maybe we can throw in somebody we're not bringing back. I think Cooley, Gruel, probably not bringing back either of them. Hines there's 26 now, but has some value if we can throw him on to get this trade to go through. Honestly, Otto Vining here, even though he's an 80, I think Stolberg's taking over for Brodin, so could move on from him. And after that, they said we're a bit off. Rather than include a 7th, if we're going to move on from Cooley, let's see if they'll just do this trade. Okay, so Cooley wasn't enough. Try the 7th rounder. There we go. Had to give up a bunch there, but again, I mean, they made it pretty well. If they weren't going to make the right picks, I think we hopefully will. So early 2nd rounder here. I wanted that to get Helmerson. He's that gem there that could be medium elite, Swedish left winger. And he's a medium top 6. Okay, I mean, we'll give up quite a bit, but I feel like it was still most likely worth it. And then in the 3rd round here, there's another player I'd like. That's the medium top 6. In Caesar Sevret. Cool first name there. 54 overall, but a medium top 6 in the 3rd. Never going to be upset with that. And then finally here, guys, in the 7th round, we're going to take that guy. We're supposed to go like 240 or something. We're going to get some really good value here. Nathaniel McGrath. I think he was playing over in the Dell. 55 overall, grinder low elite. Okay, could be like a super 4th liner for us in the future. And I'm getting to the re-sign phase here, guys. At the bottom there, you can see we have 16 million in cap space. And I think most of our guys are locked up. Again, Trocheck, he's such a good player on the PK. I don't mind bringing him back for the right price. 1 year, 4 million. Contract interest is max. Organizational there is pretty high. 3.825, it's still the max. And the organization there is actually pretty high. 35 years old, he wants 1 year. I'm fine with that. Obviously, oh, accepts it immediately. Let's go. We still have 13 million bucks. Belchetz needs the extension and start next year. And again, I think we can let Cooley go. Find some hopefully cheaper 4th liners. Speaking of, Gruel and Henrique are there. I think Henrique, we got to keep him until he retires at this point. 1.1. You know what? Yeah, 1.1 for 1 sounds good. Pays him until he's 40. Gruel, I mean, for the right price, 1.5. I think we can get guys that are like 900k on that 4th line. And then if you do that 3 times, obviously you're saving like a couple million bucks. And I look at the defense here, guys. Again, we could bring back Brodin. I feel like Solberg there could take his spot. Curious though, he wants 4.8. Yeah, okay. If it was like $1 million, I would have definitely done it. But 4.8, there's no way. Jackson Lacombe, 28 years old now, 79 overall. We can just let him go. So Leno will be the top defenseman in the AHL, unless he actually gets the 6th spot. You got Hines down there, Warren. And then in terms of the goaltenders, NHL guys are locked up. Now, Suhanik needs a new deal. I thought he had really good numbers, so we'll keep him. Wants 1 year. I mean, that's still he's 27, so yeah, that's fine. League min. And I think we just had like 1 rookie sign, guys. Everyone else was like an instant accept AHL dude. Yeah, no expiring contracts there, skaters or goalies. So should be good for free agency. We have 13 million to spend if there are, any players worth spending it on. So here you go, guys. Curious to see who's available in free agency. Turson Bayev, 90 overall. Quentin Byfield, 90 overall. Is he a UFA? Oh, no, he's an RFA. Okay. Alex Tuck there, actually another Buffalo Sabre, 88 overall. Imagine we got him with Jack Quinn. He wants 12.5 though. Take a look here and see. So a lot of RFAs. Tuck top UFA. Frontel being available is crazy. Also too, EA had him as a left wing. I mean, the dude's like just pure center. Don't know what happened there. Peterka, another Buffalo Sabre. Are they losing the whole team? Perfetti there, Jacob Pelche. Okay, so I mean, if we wanted to go crazy, we definitely go for a 1-year deal on a Peterka, Tuck. Tuck might go for it, being 33. Checking out goalies here, guys. No one really available of note, like top guys, 82s. Hopefully Wiseman here. Yeah, he's an RFA. Same with the other guy who's got elite potential. Having said that, though, Antilla, elite potential goalie, 52 overall. Okay, so he must have just never been drafted. Gave him the max deal and accepts the offer. That was easy. Are you kidding me, guys? I just checked 2A players. Pekka Rinne here, medium elite potential forward, 63 overall, medium elite grinder for the Hurricanes. Okay, so I'll do this once. I will trade him back to them because medium elite, like, what are they thinking? Now, these 2 low elites here, I'm taking these guys. Also, I'm thinking we'll definitely sign Bystad here for the AHL team. 900K for 2 years, a steal. And now we could use an AHL defenseman or 2. Donovan here, 25.78. We'll sign him. And I'm thinking we'll sign Hamara as well, 25.78. Basically, I'm looking for guys that can at least give us a couple years here in the A. Have to pay him like a little bit extra money, but should say yes. There you go. Now, in terms of the big names here, guys, Tuck would bring us right to the max, but Turka gives us a bit more money. But obviously, if it's just a 1-year deal anyways, who cares? Can obviously probably have a few million at the trade deadline. So maybe we'll try and get Alex Tuck on a 1-year deal. I'm going to try charming him first. Not going to work. I'm pretty sure that's just because our organization interest isn't high enough. Team status. I feel like we've been a pretty good team. Persuasion fails. The market being mid-size. That also failed. So I don't think Tuck signed with us. So I'll offer him an extra $1 million based on the 10.8 because I thought he was going to ask for 12 anyways. Now he wants a no trade. We'll offer him a 29 team no trade for 1 year. He still said that's not what he's looking for. And actually, you can see he actually ended negotiations. So we can't even make Tuck a contract. I guess maybe we could make him one, but he's basically saying he's not going to sign with us. So Peterka, take our chance with him. We'll try charming, but again, yeah, I cannot charm for the life of me. He says he got a 5-year offer for 11.3 from Winnipeg. I mean, wow. I guess at that point, I could still make the offer, but I doubt he's going to say yes. 14, no trade. 5 years, 8.5. The thing is, Belichick needs a new deal, so we have to do a 1 year here. But we can definitely, like, overpay him and, you know, maybe really make it worth his while. So on Peterka here, guys, we're going to try a $10.75 million offer, 1 year, 75%, no trade. So that's 24 teams. I didn't even try like the negotiation thing as it went so poorly with Tuck there. But obviously we can still make him an offer. But even at $12.6 million for 1 year, you can see contract organization are so low. So yeah, he's not signed with us. Cole Perfetti here, 86 overall, had almost 50 assists last season, tons of X factors. Could take a chance on him. So I'm not even going to try charming him. We'll just do a neutral approach. Say we're looking at a 1 year deal. He wants 7.5. We'll improve that big time. We'll make that a $9.5 million deal. 1 year, come to our team. I'd be inclined to accept the offer if it included a clause, of course. So we're going to try a modified no trade. 16 team no trade. That's half the league. Come on, Cole. Doesn't quite meet expectations. All right, we'll try a full no move here. In which case, we can't flip at the deadline or anything. That's all right. Now, he seems a bit happier. So we'll offer that 9.6 on a 1 year. Again, just trying to like utilize that money so we aren't wasting cap space while we're trying to compete. And again, guys, in terms of defensemen, the top UFA available is Sandin here, 83 overall. I feel like we have the guys to just fill out that 6th spot for a lot cheaper. Although Ryan Graves, 81 overall, 825K defensive defenseman. That's a good insurance option. I'm glad I just noticed him. 2-year deal. And he's an instant step. That's awesome. And Ty Nelson here, 80 overall, medium top 4 potential. I actually met him at the NHL 25 event in Seattle. Cool guy to talk to. I also met Jacob Mellenson. It was actually kind of cool. He told me I used to watch my videos back in the day, and that's the reason he was spending so much on hutbacks, which I thought was kind of funny. So getting back to Nelson here, though, guys. 2 years and 50K. I think that's quite fair. So there you go. AHL team should be looking a lot better. And now next year, guys, I'm going to trade the Ottawa Senators. I'm actually offering up a few decent prospects. Gaucher there, Othman, Musel. These are actually like 3 of our worst guys. Making sure we have room for any of like the free agents that decide to sign with us. Trying to get a 4 and a 5 from the Sens. They say no. I feel like that's honestly pretty close. We'll try a 4 and a 7. Then we'll just, you know, move down. All right, guys. So I kept moving down in picks. Just going to try a 6th here. Senators do the say yes to that. Also, too, I see Allmark's on the block. I'm just kind of curious what his rating is at this point. He's still an 86, and then Daigle there. I took over the NHL starting spot at 22 years old, now an 87. And that's kind of interesting, guys. Sharks trying to offer us Ryan Strome back, but obviously we might need that money for potentially Peterka or Perfetti. Now, Perfetti rejected our offer, guys. Decided to go with the Penguins. Peterka also rejected and went with the Islanders. I mean, they both wanted long-term deals. We offered 1 year. It's probably, honestly, the main thing, even though the contract, you know, was very high. The interest in our organization was not. Frontel's still here, 88 overall. I mean, that would be crazy. Tursun Bayev as well, 90 overall. Wants 11.8. Defensive defenseman, 2nd pick there in 2026. Him on the top pair with Mintikov. I mean, come on. And like I was saying, guys, I'm going to trade Pekka Rinne back to the Hurricanes. They had a ton of contract spots. I don't know why they're not signing him. Now, I am taking our 3rd round pick back because that's a pretty dumb mistake they made with the elite player, not just like a medium top 6 or anything. And I was actually kind of curious too. So looking at the goalie we signed, Antilla here, he actually went undrafted in free agency, so that's able to get him, which I think is pretty cool, so definitely hold on to him. And getting back our 3rd round pick from the Hurricanes actually allows us to make an offer on Frondell if we want to. For Tursum Bay, we'd have to get our 2nd round pick back. Now I'm going to try talking to Frondell here, guys. We'll try charming, as he was interested in the organization. There we go, it finally worked. Let's see if we can find some common ground. Okay, so I already looked. 5 years would be in like the $7.5 million range, which is where we can actually afford him at only 1 and a 3. So we'll increase the salary 250K to like 7.5. We'll also give him a modified no trade. This one's actually insane. It's only in the 5th year. So yeah, we'll do that because we can trade him for like the rest of this series. Now he wants to talk about playing time. I would say he'll for sure be a top 6 forward. So I'm good at 7.5 for 5. The contract's not as high as you'd like it to be, but the organization there is at the max. So hopefully he says yes. This year's 1st and 3rd. I mean, for a 22-year-old, 88 overall player, elite potential, it's definitely worth the price. Provorov and Strom being offered to us now. Again, obviously we need that money. And there we go, guys. Frondell accepts as of now, but Montreal has a chance to match. If they have the salary cap space, I'd be very surprised if they don't. Obviously, he was, what, 2nd pick, 3rd pick in 2025. Waiting to hear back for the Canadians. Not to match. Wow. Okay, so they must be right up against salary cap max. Anton Frondell, come on down. So we basically swapped out Gauthier and Fiala for Jack Quinn and Frondell. Hopefully it works out. And we actually still have $7 million in cap space, guys, which I think should be enough to sign Belchets for next season. So we're looking pretty good in terms of the money. Even goalies, yeah, Knight's still locked up. And I'm skimming through the summer right now, guys. Canucks offering us DeBrusk and Faxa for Couturier, Zykov. I mean, those are 2 of our best prospects. I don't think we need DeBrusk, so hard no. And are you kidding me, guys? LA Kings want to trade us their longtime captain, Anze Kopitar, for our high starter goalie potential. I mean, Fowler was one thing going to LA, but Kopitar in an Anaheim jersey, he's still A6 overall. 41 years old now, 5-star defense. I mean, I just gotta say no to this on principle. It just doesn't seem right. And right now, guys, we're having a conversation with our head coach about next season. So curious to see, does he think we're a playoff team? No, he thinks we're even better than that, trying to compete for a Stanley Cup. He said that before, though, and I think we literally missed the playoffs that year. So can't get, too ahead of ourselves. And speaking of that, guys, I'll show what the team is looking like for next year. I do think there's no reason why they can't compete for a Stanley Cup. So first line there, you got Zegers, who's actually the highest rated forward now, 91 overall. Playing with a 90 Carlson, 89 Jack Quinn. They get a +5 boost, which is awesome. Quinn as well, perfect in every way on the line fit. Don't see that too often. Frondell there on the 2nd line, McTavish and Terry. Hopefully he can really improve it. They get a +3. Senka still there on the 3rd line with Trocheck now in the middle, and then Belchet still on the left wing. 4th line is Lesterainen with McQueen and Bystedt. Even though McQueen has elite potential, his role's 4th line, so he should still grow if he does, decent. And then Bystedt here, defensive awareness could definitely be higher, but shot block and stick check are good. 5-star physical. I think he could be a really good 4th liner for us. And then defensively here, I think it's the same as last year, but obviously we swapped out Brodin for Graves. And then in terms of the goaltenders, Knight still starting and Zarenko backing him up. And then next year, Zykov definitely taking over for Zarenko, already an 80 at 22. Like I said, I'm hoping the dude becomes a beast. AHL-wise, top 6 looks pretty good. We've actually got Adam Henrique here at 3rd line center. He's down to a 77. Rolls minor scoring forward, so I thought about leaving the NHL, but just doesn't seem like he's an NHL player anymore. Also, just for fun, I put Dionisio here on 3rd line left wing. When he played for the Spits, he actually would sometimes play forward, so unfortunately you can't have like the left D/left wing in this game, but I'm just figured it'd be fun, try it out. We actually had like another 60-something on the 4th line, so we actually kind of had the need. And then in terms of the defense, you can see they're kind of stacked, no room for him. So nice little experiment for next year, see how he does. And finally, guys, for next year, I'll show what our ratings are. 92 offense, 91 defense, 87 goaltending. So excited to see what can happen. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.